What is up, guys? Cedar B here, coming at you with another war recap. This was a random spin, and we ended up getting 1001 crew. It was a good war. They definitely struggled on our end. We'll go over the hit rates here right now and kind of talk about what happened. Both sides had a 20% hit rate for 11v11, 1 for 5 on both. 10v10, we came across with a 40% hit rate, 4 out of 10, so that's really good to see. Definitely increasing those percentages from the previous wars. And on their end, they ended up coming with 1 for 7, 14% hit rate on 10v10. Our nines again came out very strong, 57% hit rate, a little bit lower than normal. But some of their bases got us a little bit tricky, but that's okay. So 17 for 30 on that. They came across with a 36% hit rate on their Town Hall 9s. They ended up leaving 7 Town Hall 9s open, and one attack was not used by them, which was a Town Hall 9, so that ended up hurting them pretty good as well. And on top of that, it was a 50% hit rate from their Town Hall 10s versus 9s, 2 for 4. So definitely struggled, and we had 3 dips with 100% hit rate on that, 11v10, and 50% hit rate for them on 11v10. We also had 50% and 50% for 10v11 and 9v10, and the opposing team 0 for 5 on their hit ups on Town Hall 11 and 60% on 9v10. So overall, good war, but we got the better of them this time. So until then, good luck 1001 crew. Let's get into the attacks, or let's do 6-pack shoutouts really quick. Ahong Serapak, Lix came across with a 12-pack. One on her Town Hall 10, one on her 9, so good job, Lix. Myself, G-Funk, Savage, Moonlight Farmer, and the Mighty Eye. And let's go to the first attack. First one we're going to be taking a look at is G-Funk. He's using a Goboho and absolutely crushes this base. Baby Dragon up at 12 o'clock takes out the Tesla. First golem goes down, second golem. Gonna start cutting that funnel with a couple of wizards. Gonna ensure a nice clean wall break here in just a second. First one goes down, follows it up with 3 more. Voids that mortar. King, queen, bowlers go down. Gonna drop the jump stall right over that expo. Once he does that, he'll be able to rage into the rest of the core, and he's going to get some serious value of getting his bowlers in there. CC finally comes out, and at this point, his goal is to just push as far into the base as he can. He definitely wants to get to the other side of this expo, but once he gets through this clan castle, he's going to go ahead and start deploying his hogs from about 4 o'clock, and he has a nice clean path for them to work through, has 2 heal spells, and we'll see where he ends up using those. 10 hogs still in the bag. Once he gets that wizard tower down, he's in pretty good shape. Still has the queen up, gonna take out those Teslas, and defenses are just dwindling, and he just deployed his last hogs on that archer tower, and he has not lost that many, and he has not used a single heal spell. Ends up swagging 2 heals on this attack, and you can see just how powerful it was to just the way this base was set up, breaking into here, jumping into there, jumping into the core, and we've talked about it many times. We've all seen it, the double bounces from those bowlers. This was a perfect scenario. Every compartment they were in lended them a good double bounce opportunity, and using the rage where he did just ended up being perfect, ended up being what was needed on this base. So good job, G-Funk. And we'll move up to Messiah. He's using an Archer Queen Walk Hog, and he does a great job with this. Uses the minion up top, starts cutting the funnel. He wants to walk and take the wizard tower and archer tower down, and he wants her to walk towards 12 o'clock. The king is on that 9 o'clock side, and he's going to use a kiwi here in just a second to not only cut that 9 o'clock side, ensure his queen is going to go towards 12 o'clock, He's also going to get the benefit of getting that king down. Doesn't have to have his hogs deal with it. And because there's not much down that 9 or 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock side, he doesn't have that much to fight. So he's going to get some good value out of this Kiwi, and it's definitely going to help with cleanup at the end. So his queen is working down. Excuse me. His queen is working down. He's going to wait till she's able to pull the CC before he's able to drop his hogs. Doesn't want to deal with that. And he does have a skeleton spell for the queen. So just in case his queen doesn't get her, which he doesn't look like he is going to right now. And if he's not able to, he'll be able to use that when it's necessary on the queen. So like we talked about, good value with the Kiwi on that 6 to 9 o'clock side, just a few wizards and that Valkyrie that I didn't mention to help take out the king. And he finally does have the CC drawn at 12 o'clock. Giant goes down just for a little bit of tanking, gets a clean wall break, even gets a double break. So very nice on that. And once that queen kind of zigzags around a little bit, make sure to get that healer in range. She just at least wants to have one healer go down anytime she's in range of an air defense. That's just what she likes to do, I guess. Has to pop that ability finally, but one heal spell in the bag. Did not end up having to use that skeleton spell because of a nice clean wall break. He was patient with it, and it lended him a big benefit. And with those wizards cutting it up there at about 230 or so, just helped ensure her cutting into the base, and losing that healer didn't end up playing too big of a role towards the end. So great job, Mess, swagging a heal spell, and we'll go ahead and go up to the next attack, which is Kicker, using a quad golem Goboho. And he's basically just going to deploy his golems all the way around the base. 2 golems already go down, CC is drawn, and he's flanking with a golem at about 630, bringing it in on that mortar, and followed up with about 6 wizards. So definitely wants to make sure the funnel is cut there. Does a good job getting the CC taken down. 1 golem did get shredded, but he was able to drop his 4th golem, like we talked about, at about 530. And now that he's able to get that wall break and have a double jump, he's going to be able to get all the way to the backside of this base in a pretty quick amount of time. As you can see, there's about 1:20 left on the attack, and there's still 60% of the base to take care of. So Rage is used, Heal is also used, so everything coming through that core is nice and healed up and causing a lot of damage. And now he has comes in with 8 hogs initially to just clean up the outside. They're coming through unsupported, so want to make sure those hogs coming into those outside defenses are hopefully tanked for, and that's also why you can hang on to them a little bit longer, is use them as needed. Unless there's, a Tesla farm specifically there on wherever, whatever the scenario would be, you can generally anticipate on just kind of using them wherever and as needed. So he did a good job with that on this. So good job, Kicker. And we'll just kind of get through this cleanup. All right, and that's going to wrap it up for Town Hall 9. And we're going to go 1 up to Jeffrey using a Falcon. So obviously not the most difficult Town Hall 10 in the world, very early Town Hall 10. But he is executing this attack very well. And after watching this attack a couple of times, one of the things I've picked up about this attack, at least in this scenario, and it kind of gave me more of an insight of maybe how this attack might be able to be more formulated in a sense, because it's hard to predict where those Valks are going to go. But Generally, they're quick enough and underage, obviously, and able to get through so much so quickly. They're gonna go ahead of your kill squad. You know, as we're seeing right here, they're going a lot further, a lot quicker, and they're kind of leading the path for the rest of the attack to work in the opposite direction that they've gone because they've gone through it so quickly. So as we see here, the Valks went straight in. The rest of the kill squad went in with it, and they ended up cutting off to the right. Well, as we can see here, the king and queen end up cutting off to the left because obviously that's going to be the closest thing going towards that opposite side. So we kind of see, you know, the attack dive in and kind of fan out. We'll have to watch, or I'll have to watch a few more of these Falcon attacks and see if that's kind of a consistent pattern. But I think that's really where the attack lends a strong advantage is you can kind of come through the attack as a wave and just as we saw in Kecker's attack, using those hogs on the back end, you know, no heals, anything like that, um, you know, makes it very versatile. So I think that kind of ideology might help me as a Town Hall 9 attacker to try and learn this attack. So well executed, Jeffrey. Love to see it. All right, and now we're going to be taking a look at one of Lix's attacks, which its base was 12. No, it was not this one. It was... No, it was this one. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I don't know why I'm fast forwarding right now. All right, I got all messed up for a second, guys. Apologize about that. All right, so she's coming in with a mass bowler, and she, you know what, we'll restart this right now. Sorry about that. Let's restart this. She's coming in with a mass bowler. 3 witches are going up at 12 o'clock. I think about 4 bowlers went up there and 2 healers. On the 3 o'clock side, she does the same deployment, 3 witches, I believe, or 2 witches and about 3 bowlers and a golem. So she's using healers on one side and using a golem on the other side. I have not used this attack, obviously, in Town Hall 10, or haven't done the witch slap in a very long time. But I don't know the initial benefit of it, but I guess it adds some versatility with it, and she did pretty well with it, although that 3 o'clock side did go down a lot quicker. I don't know what, kind of balances out on the flanking side, but regardless of that, with her entry using both of those double jumps, she got her entire kill squad all the way through the core. And, obviously those bowlers getting all the way through there dealt with that CC very well. Now we just have to have the rest of the attack just kind of work around and, take out the rest of the base. And the healers coming in from 12, or the witches with those healers on them, are still alive, coming in from 12 o'clock. I think there's about 3 of them or so. And Queen still has her ability. And there's about 1:10 left. Really, the only thing standing in their way is going to be that wizard tower. And as long as those witches have those healers on them, they're not going to stand a chance. So it's going to be a little slow going. We'll go ahead and put this in 2 times. But did a very good job with this. So good execution. Great 12-pack. This Warlicks. Keep it up. Been on fire. So... And like we talked about, those point defenses can't stand up to those witches. Just can't keep up with it. All right. Now we're going to go to Nick L. And he went on 10. And he's using a Go Boho. Shattered entry, 2 Golem, 8 bowlers on this, so 2 more than you'd see at a Town Hall 9. And just going to use, it's, same execution as we'd see at Town Hall 9. And looks like it's still viable at Town Hall 10. Trash is cleared on that outside ring. Was able to get his wall breakers in, get a nice clean break. Jump spell goes down, bowlers as well. He's going to be able to get all of those bowlers on the inside, I believe, and gets the CC drawn. He's going to get an Inferno Tower, and having that jump spell where it is placed, it allows him the access to reach both of the Inferno Towers, so we'll see if he's able to get both of them down. Hogs come in from about 1 o'clock, and now he just has a nice L shape of defenses coming through the back end of this attack. Drops 1 heal spell, has 2 left, and as long as he plays his cards right, nothing crazy happens. Drops his heals in the right place. He has enough hogs to get through the base. Has a poison spell as well. Has those skellies, and that king, unfortunately, is chasing him, so he's going to have to let this one ride at this point. Bowlers are making their way over towards that Inferno Tower. And the Wizard Tower going down on that back end over there was really the last thing standing, just those point defenses. And that's going to be pretty much GG at this point. I can't remember. I think the king goes down to a sliver of health and he gets taken out, or he ends up staying up for a minute. Yeah, he ends up staying up for a minute, so... Last 4 archers are deployed. He's got hogs working through. I think he has about 6 or 7 of them. King is at a sliver of health, so this one was a nail biter trying to sit there and watch this. But that's what makes it so fun. So good job on this attack, Nickel. We'll go ahead and put this in double time. King is still up, but those hogs are able to get past him. I don't think he's going to end up targeting them anymore, and that's going to be the 3 stars. So, nail biter on that one, Nick L, but good job, buddy. So, those are always fun. All right, and last attack we have is Disco. He's coming in with a Gobo Lalo, cold-blooded, CC Hound, and he's going to go ahead, drop all of his healers, or... all of his heroes here. He's going to jump towards that air defense, get the clan castle, the queen, and hopefully that Inferno Tower as well. And any other defenses are just bonuses on top of that. So bowlers, golem, heroes go down. Going to drop or pop that Grand Warden ability after he drops the Rage. Poison goes down along with the Rage. Going to get the queen taken out, the CC taken out with the poison. And now he just hopefully has his bowlers or queen or both take out that Inferno Tower. So hopefully the pathing goes that way. That golem going towards that 3 o'clock side is just tanking for that Archer Tower, but that's not a bad thing. Hopefully can get a little bit more benefit out of it, but regardless of that, he gets about 25 to 30% of the base taken out with his push. And he has 3 hounds and 26 balloons, and he's just gonna smash through the rest of this base. Two haste go down. He's gonna let that first deployment of balloons and lava hounds work in, take out the first ring of those defenses, rage over into the Eagle artillery, and he has 2 more haste to get through the rest of the base, and he does have a decent amount to take out. Still has to go from that 12 o'clock side all the way to the 3 o'clock side, so has to play his cards right. Can't be too unplanned with it, but after he rounds that corner at 12 o'clock, he has a straight shot, wants to get him through that last little bit of defense, heals them, and then hastes them out of it to get through the rest of the base. So cleanup pups going around the top, going around the outside, and has about a minute for the cleanup, and we'll just have to let him work through on this. And Good attack, Disco. Good job, man. We've been doing great. You know, I think we're all growing stronger, getting to know each other. You know, I think this is a good thing. We've got a good thing going, guys. So let's keep it up, and I think we'll be a force to be reckoned with. So let's keep going, Clash United. Everybody that stayed this late into the video, if you like the video, give it a like. I appreciate it. And until next time, Cedar B.